The Portuguese were the first one to arrive in Indian soil, and their motive was both economic as well as religious. The main item was spices, and also to destroy the monopoly of Arab and Italian over trade with the East. They also aspired to spread Christianity so that influence of Arab could be restricted. After the arrival of Portuguese in Indian Ocean, only within 15 years Arab lose their monopoly. There were some early effort from Portuguese to command overseas trade, like first Prince Henry. His nickname was Navigator, and he was obsessed with the ideas of finding sea route in India. Second, Bartholomew Diaz. In 1487, he reached the southernmost peak of Africa, and in this way he became the first non-European to reach Indian Ocean from Atlantic Sea. Portuguese named this route Cape of Good Hopes. Third, Vasco da Gama. In 1498, Vasco da Gama reached to Calicut after sailing from southernmost peak of Africa, and in this way he discovered new sea route from Europe to India. At that time, ruler of Calicut was Jamurin. Fourth, Pedro Alvarez Cabral. He reached India in 1500 with the aim to make treaty with Jamurin so that a Portuguese factory warehouse to be opened. However, Arab merchants entered in conflict with Pedro Alvarez, in which 50 Portuguese died. In exchange, Portuguese took command of 10 Arab ships and massacred nearly 600. Vasco da Gama. Fifth, Vasco da Gama. In 1502, he revisited India and set up first in 1503 first Portuguese factory was set up at Cochin. Second, in 1505 second factory was set up at Kannur. Third, in this way Calicut, Cochin, Kannur and Kollam became important trading center of Portuguese. Portuguese factory were unfortified center or outpost where raw material was collected. Estado de India was the name of the company founded in 1503-1504 for looking after interests of Portuguese in India. This institution was to act like governing institution for maintenance of Portuguese factory. Institution to work properly had the provision that it will work under a governor. Governor was to be appointed by Portugal government, and this policy suggests that Portugali were now not only interested in trade of spices but also to launch holy war against Islam. Francisco de Almeida. He was the first Portuguese Governor-General in India. His vision was to establish naval supremacy of the Portuguese in India. Under Almeida, Portuguese won due by dividing joint force of Arab and Gujarati merchant. Victory of Diu establishes supremacy of Portuguese on Indian Ocean. Alfonso de Albuquerque, 1509-1515. He is referred as the real founder of Portuguese power in India. Cochin was established as headquarters of Portuguese by Albuquerque. In 1510, Albuquerque conquered Goa from the ruler of Bijapur, Yusuf Adil Shah. In this way, Goa became the first Indian territory to be under European control since the time of Alexander the Great. Under Albuquerque, Portuguese also established control over the territory of Spice Island in Indonesia. Portuguese also targeted Bengal and took control of Hooghly and Balasore. Albuquerque promoted the Portuguese to marry Indian women so that Christianity could be propagated. To raise the standard of women, Albuquerque abolished sati system in those regions which were under his control. Nino de Conahan, 1529 to 1538. He was the next able governor of Portuguese. In 1530, he shifted head office of Portuguese from Cochin to Goa, and in this way Goa became the official capital of Portuguese in India. Second, a historian quotes that success of Portuguese in India was only because of the failure of Mughal, because they never had a strong naval system. Decline of Portuguese in India. First, after Albuquerque, Portuguese administration in India became weak and inefficient. Second, Portuguese society was aristocratic in nature and merchants were not given any position in lawmaking, hence merchant interest was compromised. Third, Portuguese officials in India were given very less salary, hence Portuguese officials start to indulge in corrupt practices. Fourth, according to historian, Portuguese proved quite intolerant in the spread of religion. All temple of Goa was destroyed by Portugal. In 1580, Portugal was merged with Spain, and as a result of which Portugal had to fight against British. This badly affected the interests of Portugal in India. After 1600, Brazil for Portugal was more profitable because in India European competition was increasing. Hence, rise in competition in India by European interests was the main cause behind the downfall of Portugal in India. Impact of Portuguese on Indian society. First, they brought Christianity. Second, Christian missionary opened a school in India and education was provided in native language. Third, Christian missionary did a wide research in Indian history and culture, and a result of which European starts to take interest in Indian subject. Fourth, Portuguese brought printing press in India. Bible was published in native language, Kannada and Malayalam. Fifth, Portuguese also brought themselves several types of crops, vegetables and fruits like potato, sweet potato, tobacco, yellow corn, lettuce finger, pineapple, papaya, orange, groundnut, almond, cashew nut, etc. Sixth, Portuguese also influenced the topic of significance of navy in sea trade.